Previously on Town Hall 9 Free-to-Play, we completed all wall pieces up to level 9 and attacked some bases without spells due to a factory upgrade. Today, we're going to get caught up on the base progress and talk about the importance of the signature defense, the Expos. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and welcome back for episode 4 of the Town Hall 9 Free-to-Play. And some of you are looking at this base right now, and you're like, what kind of trickery is going on here? I promise you, no money was spent. This is a lot of grinding in the last week. So it's been exactly 1 week since episode 3, and we did have the Town Hall 13 sneak peeks going on at the same time. So it was really hard to kind of devote time to the Town Hall 9. You know, I mean, it's really exciting, new Town Hall level and stuff. But we did manage to grind out all of the level 10 walls. I mean, that is glorious. This is literally the fastest I've ever been able to knock out level 10 walls. And the reason behind that is the fact that there was a 50% cost reduction for home village buildings. So I hope you were able to take advantage of this opportunity. This was a wonderful opportunity to take advantage of. Being 500,000 a wall piece, it was a lot of grinding. I mean, we put in a lot of work. I'm not even going to joke about that. Did some go wipe armies with hogs on the back end. We did a lot of barge. You know, obviously barge, you lose trophies, and now we're kind of pushing back up. And it's just been a heck of a week, man. An absolutely crazy week trying to maintain some gameplay over here, keep the upgrades going. And quickly, before I get into our question of the day, we're going to jump over to our progress base, and I wanted to show you what we've finished so far. So since our last encounter at Town Hall 9, we have finished all of our army camps. We now have a housing space of 220 housing space, so we are officially a Town Hall 9 with those upgrades. We've also finished 3 of the 4 barracks, knocking those out, getting them up to a level 11, and unlocking the baby dragon. Very awesome troop. Now, we've also completed level 5 dark barracks at the same time. See, we've been burning through some elixir doing this. We've got the witches unlocked. We still have to take them up to level 6 in order to gain the lava hound. We have not finished that yet. And then also with that, we finished the spell factory. Spell factory is now level 4, as well as the clan castle. We do have the 30/30 housing. So, I mean, that's phenomenal, right? In the laboratory, we've done a few upgrades, only 2, and it was just because I was really low on elixir at the time. We knocked out the barbarians. We're going to knock out the archers next. We're going to work on our farming troops first before we start working into those war armies like your hog riders and your golems and your valks and stuff like that. Knock out the farming troops early. That way you can farm easier and steal more loot, and then it'll make it easier for you to upgrade those higher cost dark elixir troops. We have the healers in there right now because I had 300,000 elixir at the time, and I just want to go ahead and start getting something going. I didn't want the laboratory sitting idle for too long. All right, so moving on, we have also started to work on the Expos, and that's what this episode is about. But first, let's go ahead and get into our question of the day. And so I'm backtracking on questions of the day. Question of the day: what happened to Paradox clans? This is from Shady. So the PDX clans, they're still there. Paradox is still there. I'm just not involved in Paradox that much. They got their own group. They're busy doing stuff, and I just don't really, I'm not really involved there anymore. Paradox Enigma's still there, but they're more casual now, and we relocated Paradox Reloaded over to a friend's clan, Battle Elite. So Battle Elite has been around for many years, since early in the game's history, and so level 20 clan that died, we wanted to pick it back up and put it back to action, and that's where we're at. So Reloaded is now in Battle Elite. Now, somebody did also ask whether there was going to be an opportunity for Reloaded to be revived. If I had the leadership to do it, guys, I don't have the people to do it. So if you're not in my Discord server, please join the Discord server. We've done a revamp in there, and we've got a lot of stuff that we're working on. There's also currently a giveaway going on. For the next week, you have an opportunity to win 1 of 4 Clash figurines. I have a Barbarian, an Archer, a Wizard, and a Giant that I need to give away before the holidays. So make sure you join the Discord server and check out the giveaways channel, and you can sign up there. Okay, so now that we have all of the wall pieces finished, and some of you out there, you're probably scratching your head and saying that's almost impossible to do. You're right. It really does take a long time, guys. And when I play without any type of reductions, I always just hold on to 1 builder and put 4 builders down on buildings that take a long time, and then continue to play, you know, on and off and farm, and then dump that loot into my walls. It does go faster if you do it that way, but that's just a matter of personal preference. And now that we have completed that task, we can start putting all 5 of our builders down on upgrades. So this is what we currently got going on right now with the Archer Tower, the Archer Queen, the Expo, Barbarian King, and the Dark Elixir storage. So we need to go ahead and get the Dark Elixir storage, caught up and at Town Hall 9 level. That way we can start doing our hero upgrades more often. We don't have to worry about tapping out on that Dark Elixir later on. Now I do have some icons available up here. Let's go ahead and clear these out real quick. We have Kingfisher from Daily Chaos. We have Suckpile. I probably said that wrong and I do apologize. Calgo's Bow. Broken. Wickhap. King Dutribil. I probably messed that up. That one right there. God of War. And Taj the Boy. There you go. So thank you guys for adding me as a friend here on the Joe V6 account. That is phenomenal. We are going to continue moving on with Town Hall 9 discussion being the Expos. Okay, so Expos. Should you build them now or should you hold out on building them? And for me, I feel like you should just go ahead and build them now. Get them on your base. Start upgrading them because this is what defines you as a Town Hall 9. Here, let's go ahead and get into an example instead of talking about it. Let me show you like what the Expo does. Like what it really changes the dynamic. If you followed the Town Hall 8 series, you saw that we could really crush Town Hall 8s very easily over practice. A lot of practice, you get the practice in, and you should be able to beat them down really easily. And then at some point, you just feel like that's just Town Hall 9 without Expos. It's a Town Hall 8, and it's no different. The mechanics don't change, minus the addition of the Queen. If you add the Queen to the mix, then it kind of makes things a little bit more interesting. We are still using Town Hall 8 level troops. So we got the level 2 Golems, we got some Wizards back there, and we got a couple of Expos here set on ground mode. And this is not necessarily the smartest answer, keeping them on ground mode, because then you have to worry about dragons and balloons. So we got some bowlers in there in the clan castle. And if you can't get bowlers, use Valkyries. That's my answer for that one. And you'll notice that the bowlers are able to get in there and take down that first Expo very easily. But then you also have this other Expo that's on the other side of the base taking down the P.E.K.K.A. And so it just shreds everything. This is what defines you as a Town Hall 9, being able to shred troops with the fast shooting Expo. And so the Expo, it does reign supreme here. I wasn't able to get in there and take it down really quick. One of the biggest mistakes by this base builder or this defender is having both of those Expos on ground mode only, because if I had a balloon army, we would have been able to shred these Expos very easily. So that's just something to take into consideration. But really the point of this example is for you to see what the Expo can do for you and why you really should build it, because if you can defend against even more powerful armies like this, the Town Hall 8s will have a really difficult time with attacking you, and that's the point. If you could stop the onslaughts from the Town Hall 8s and be able to protect your base a little bit better, then why not, right? So let's go ahead and get into another attack, and let's see if we can find a different base with higher level Expos. That way you can see those in action. Before I get into our final raid of the day, I did mention in the previous segment about the Expo having a different mode. And so right now my Expo is set on ground mode. This can be determined by a few things. You got the range on it is a lot wider, and that would be more appealing for ground level troops. So if you got ground troops, use ground mode. However, you can hit this button down here at the bottom and change it to air ground mode. And so what this means is that it will target both ground troops and air troops, but at a reduced space or at a reduced radius. And so this radius, this ring around the base, this is exactly where the Expo will engage those targets. Now you'll have to plan this into your base building techniques, but I highly advise using air ground mode for Town Hall 9 because you can be attacked by both air troops or ground troops. Now until you get up to Town Hall 10 and 11 and 12 where you get more of these Expos, that really the ground mode doesn't really come beneficial. It could be beneficial against the Archer Queen walk, but other than that it's really not that beneficial. And for an experienced attacker, if it's set on ground mode, we're gonna use air troops. That's just the nature of the beast. That's exactly how this normally goes for an experienced player. But enough of that, let's go ahead and get into our final raid. Well, I was hoping to finish out this video with a live attack with live Expos, but unfortunately something you need to know about is if you don't log in for a long period of time, your Expos do die. They do in fact run out of juice. They do get filled with elixir upon logging into the game. This has been changed over the last couple of updates. You no longer have to add or log in and then add elixir back to them. That has changed, but we got a ton of loot here. We have to take advantage of this. We have to. So we're going to go ahead and drop our golems and get into this base and take down this base, and we're going to wrap up the video with this attack. So we're going to drop our wizards. Now, did you notice that I don't have heroes in this attack? So the P.E.K.K.A.s do stand in really well as a good stand-in troop when you do not have a king or a queen. And so we're going to go ahead and use some P.E.K.K.A.s in this attack, and that's why we got these bad boys cooked up, or these lovely ladies, if you will. And we also got some bowlers in there to assist. Now, we do have a king and a queen. Looks like they're a decent level, actually. So we're going to go ahead and drop that jump spell. And now, the jump spell is only level 1, so we really have to worry about that because the time does run out really fast. So we got to get those bowlers moving in with a rage spell. We're going to drop the rage in that location. Let's go ahead and help them out and get rid of that hidden Tesla. Actually, the bowler's going to jump the wall, and looks like the queen is in the core, I think. Yeah, the queen's down now, so thankfully the queen is down. Let's drop our final hogs. Let's get a heal spell down in that bomb tower location. That way we can preserve the life of those hogs, possibly. Looks like the bowlers are gone, so those are a little squishy, and they did die on us, but we do have P.E.K.K.A.s in the core, so that works out great, right? And then the golem is in the core as well. Now, those hogs are going to work around the outside of the base, and we can just follow this line of defenses, dropping heal spells. Doesn't look like I have enough heal spells here, but we should be able to get a lot of this loot. So let's go ahead and drop a wizard there. Let's drop a wizard here. That way we can try to get some of this golden elixir there. And then the hog riders are going to move around. And where are my P.E.K.K.A.s at? Oh, there they are. They're in the core. So they're still working, and they're distracting some defenses as well. So that works out great for the hogs. Sneak in, take down this wizard tower. Please take down the wizard tower. Come on, I need it. And we're going to drop a wizard there. So you notice that I am not dropping all of my troops. If you are not an experienced player and you do not understand what I'm doing exactly, don't drop all your troops, not all at once, not in the beginning. If you hold on to some of these troops and you can save some for the back end of the attack, you'll be able to get some of this remaining loot. And so it looks like we're going to pull all the loot off this base. We got 54 seconds. We got Miss P.E.K.K.A. right here working on a dark elixir pump, and then she's going to retarget and go after that gold storage, and then hogs are going to finish up. So great attack. I'll leave this army running, that way you can see the army at the end of the attack, but hopefully you were able to get something out of this video with the Expos. They are very, very important, and they really change the dynamic of defending your base at Town Hall 9. Plus, they also change the dynamic on how you attack. If you got to get those Expos down, and if you need more examples of how to deal with Expos, drop it down in the comments below and let me know, and we will definitely work on some more content to show you the Expos in action and how to get rid of them. If you enjoyed the content today, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.